Talkin TNT with Conway.
Welcome one and all. It is I, Conway Fitzgerald, and you're watching Talking TNT with Conway. Got a little bit dressed up for you folks today. Thought I might pull out this old Texas shirt for a better thumbnail. It's been a little while since I've done one of these talkie videos, and wanted to reach out to all my beloved faithful and just say thank you for being there, for listening, and sharing my stuff with everyone. It's unbelievable. I'm closing in on 3,000 subscribers, and I couldn't do it without you folks, so thank you so much. And hello to all my new subscribers. You might be wondering,
What is this?
this show is sort of the companion piece to the series where you have an opportunity to ask me questions and I can respond. And also I can do a little bit of a deeper dive on some of the characters and actions in the Giant Killer series stories. All right, well, let's get right into it. Let's break some news.
Let's break some news.
Wow, sometimes I have to pinch myself. I can't believe it. I'm on book 2 already of the Giant Killer series. Thanks to you folks. Here it is. It's written chapter 2 in 3D. Yeah, and I've already started reading it, but suddenly I got this thing that I haven't experienced in over 2 years. And at first I thought I was really sick. And then I started sneezing and my nose was running and I was coughing. And suddenly I realized I had a common cold. Remember those? Yeah, I know. Now that we're not wearing our masks anymore, which is great, but now we have to remember all those things that we breathe in all the time. But never fear, I still have a little bit of a voice left so I can share some news with you folks. First of all, I am now on the Instagram, or I am on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, look me up. Conway Fitzgerald. I'm going to be adding little snippets that hopefully you folks who are fans can share with some of your friends. These will be little 15 to 30 second clips of some elements of the show. I'm also on Reddit, as well as Discord. Some fans from around the world have been doing what they can to set up a really exciting Discord channel with all our Discord server with all kinds of various channels on it. I'm doing my best to try to interact as best I can, but there's plenty of folks out there who you can interact with about the series. Come say hi.
Your viewer mail.
I think I've made it abundantly clear. I love to get your comments. I find it very exciting and fulfilling to hear your reaction to what I've written. So don't be afraid. If you have an idea or question or something you want to talk about, or maybe even a put down, let me have it. I just love hearing what you guys have to say. The Tattooed Mini writes, okay, I need a movie or a TV show about your series. They are just too good. Now I like those kind of comments. Tattooed Mini, from your lips to God's ears. Some of you may be noticing that the reason why I'm even producing these audio dramas is because I'm literally just trying to demo it as a streaming series. It's exactly what I'm doing. I think it would be a fantastic way for this story to be told as well. Here's the only catch. My friend in Hollywood says that in order for this thing to be produced right and the way you'd expect, a la a Game of Thrones, would in this day and age cost somewhere between $8 and $10 million per episode. So if you do that kind of math with the 40 plus hours I've already created, it would be a pretty big investment. So that's why it's so important for me to build up my credentials as a writer, and that's why it's so important when you folks react and follow and participate. It means so much. You're making it happen. So thank you. On one of my lyric videos, The Love of a Woman, Sean Grimes commented. Sean says, I'm confused. Is your name Sean Grimes or Conway Fitzgerald? Because I think we have a problem here. Now, of course, Sean was just joking. Sean himself is a musician. And I explained to this particular Sean Grimes, there are quite a few of us around. Conway Fitzgerald is my pen name, and this is my channel for my writing. But some of you have also noticed that I like to share my music on this channel. Since I have your ears, I want to share some of the lyrics and music that I've written over the many, many years of my very long life. And so it's important for me. That's why I produce these lyric videos. And I appreciate those of you who might be here just for the stories to have a listen, maybe share with your friends if it's something you dig. Mostly rock and roll stuff, some acoustic stuff, some more experimental stuff coming, as well as some more modern things that I've been working on lately. On the prologue, William Latham says, "I really enjoyed Human Behavior. LOL. I like your choices of music in these chapters. Thanks for sharing, and I'm looking forward to this book." William, thank you for listening. You know, music placement was a really important thing for me when I started this series, because I've had so many ideas for scenes that flow from associating it with a song or with some kind of inspirational piece, and I use that quite a bit. So I thought it would be fun to place the music within the audio drama that I'm producing. Now, this doesn't come at no cost, because as a result of me placing, music, I do not monetize these videos for that reason. But my feeling was I just wanted to make sure that there was no future mishigas with any of that. And I didn't want it to affect anything I was doing creatively. I want to be able to just think it and put it into the production. So I appreciate you listening and for commenting on the music. I do have playlists for each of my books where I give credit to the songwriters and the music that was used, so that you folks can reference that and then love on them and share them with your friends too. I've also experimented for the first time with a read-only version of one of my stories. I was curious how you folks enjoyed the read-only. Comment below, let me know if that's something you want me to continue doing. And that's why I so treasure my Patreon supporters. Thank you. I have a few very specific things I wanted to tell my Patreon supporters. First, I have this fear that some folks who have been my Patreon supporters, and then I guess later they decided, I don't know if I can, my wife wants the Netflix, I don't know if it's okay. I never want to be a drag on anybody's, bill pay. I just want to be able to be out there. So if you thought that this was something that you wanted for me to keep going, and you wanted to have me advertise to spread it, that this is something that you can do. So for those of you who have come and gone, it's perfectly okay. Please just come and listen and comment. I don't want to lose any of you as listeners because you feel, ashamed for coming and going from Patreon. Don't feel that way. I greatly appreciate every cent that I'm given on that particular site. Thank you. And now for a new segment entitled
Stumpja.
In my previous talkie video, for the first time ever, I had a quiz that nobody got. I can't believe it. Well, actually, I can, because most of the time when I write these quiz questions, I think nobody's going to get this. And then you guys always do. But this one, here it is. Prophecies, words for fools. Where have you heard that quote before? Who said it? To whom? And where? The answer was Theb Karu said it to Ermine outside of Kultavet. The reason he said it to her was because this was right after their guild had been sacked in chapter 1, and Dan was getting captured, and Ermine didn't know what to do, and Theb took her and teleported her away for safety. And as she sat on the ground crying about losing Dan, and meanwhile Theb's like, I just lost my entire guild and all of my money. That is when Theb said to her, he remembered the quote he heard, prophecies, words for fools. Patharam Zet said it to Theb when he was being presented with the Zolti invitation from Nuna. So that's my first ever Stumpja. Hopefully we don't have to do that again. So here's another one. Let's do the quiz.
Let's do the quiz.
Okay, now I have a special treat for you folks today. So someone gave me a very good idea, and it's based upon this notion that despite the many requests that I've gotten from you, my listeners, to have a part in this series. Like so many of you have asked me, hey, why can't I be a character? Or let me get a line in this. So today, for this quiz, in addition to having the choice of an IOU for a signed first edition of the new Triumvirate book, I'm also offering a second option, which is you get a line in an upcoming episode. What I'll do is I'll tell you what the line is, you say it into your phone, you send it to me, and I'll do my best to put it into the show someplace, and then you will be immortalized for all time as one of the only, if not only people besides moi who appeared on this show. How about them apples? All right, so hopefully you guys watched chapter 1 of the new Triumvirate carefully, because here comes the quiz. Ermine went to great lengths to disguise herself when she went to Bowl and to the Black Crow Inn. She had this persona, Polly the Whitehips, that she had been using for years and years around Bowl and other towns in order to infiltrate from time to time and learn things about what was going on. So she had that cover. And then she went even further. She got Hinsby upstairs, and everybody saw her bring Hinsby upstairs. She covered the fact that she was in that room with him. And then, only because she created phantasms and used invisibility, was she able to escape the room and then encounter Macy and get the information from her that she wanted. So here's the quiz. Despite all of that, Sloane figured her out. So the question is, what was it that tipped off Sloane? It's one thing that happened that Sloane put 2 and 2 together, and he figured out that Polly the Whitehips and Ermine the Red were one and the same. What was it? If you know the answer, be the first to comment below, and you could win your choice of a first edition Conway Fitzgerald signed first edition New Triumvirate as soon as it's made. Or perhaps you can opt for your own line within an upcoming show. Well, that's all I've got for you folks today. Thank you so much for joining me for another talkie video, another edition of Talkin TNT with Conway. I hope you folks have an opportunity, if you're on the Instagram, to check me out and follow me on there. Let me know how you feel about the video shorts that I'm creating on there. And then anything else you have to share. If you have ideas, things that you think might be able to help my channel, I'm all ears. And thank you so much again for being part of this.
This has been Talking TNT with Conway. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with all your friends.